Welcome to Spotlight. I'm Terry Harrington, and I'll be speaking with Scott Crawford, the Executive Director of the St. Clair County Council on Aging. This program is sponsored by the Women's Life Insurance Society. Well, Scott, welcome back to Spotlight.
Thanks for having me, Terry. Glad to be here.
So what are some of the new happenings with the Council on Aging these days?
Well, we just had a very successful senior picnic as part of Blue Water Fest yesterday. Had over 295 people there, so
wow.
Great turnout for that. So it's kind of nice that post-pandemic we're kind of booming again, and a lot of seniors coming out. So we're keeping busy.
That's good, but You're not standing still.
No, we're not.
So what are some of the new things you have coming up?
So we have a couple of new programs that we're pretty excited about, and this is made possible because of the senior services millage, which we are so fortunate the community supports so well. It passed last August, so we looked at a couple of new programs, and we are now in the beginning stages and able to provide hearing aids and glasses for low-income seniors in St. Clair County.
Are you finding that's a pretty big need?
It is, because actually as seniors, as you get older, a lot of the insurances don't cover vision and hearing aids. When you probably most need them, the coverage isn't there. So it is a big need.
So how would someone figure out that they need it, figure out what they need, and then go about getting it through you?
I think if they realize that they're having to have people repeat things, especially with the hearing aids, or not hearing when our meal delivery drivers come to the door with their meal, it might be time for a hearing aid. And we all want to put that off as long as possible. But if they are a resident of St. Clair County, over the age of 60, and they fall at or below 200% of the federal poverty guidelines, they should contact the Council on Aging, and we can do an assessment and find out if they qualify, and then refer them to the providers that we've contracted with.
Okay. What about for the glasses?
So the glasses, the same way. If they're having problems with their vision, same qualifications, 60, resident of St. Clair County, 200% of the poverty level. They contact us, we do the same thing, and then we are working with Total Vision in Marysville, as well as Riverside Eye Center, which is a location in East China, and Fort Gratiot, and we would then refer them to them, and then they bill us for the costs. And then for the hearing aids, we're working with Lifetime Hearing Center in Marysville.
Great. Yeah, it kind of baffles me that we'd have seniors in need of items like that in our country, that we still aren't taking care of our people, basically.
Right, yeah, because it's not a covered item. So, and hearing aids can be very expensive. So the cost for hearing aids that will go up to, and this, we're very grateful that the providers are giving us some pretty good deals. It'd be about $3,800 for the exam and hearing aids. That's what we will cover, and that's millage dollars. That's going straight to those programs. And glasses, it's about a little over $300.
Well, it just still baffles me that we have that need. Do you find that the majority of the seniors in our county would be eligible for that program? Are we seeing that much of a need?
It's all going to be based on their income level, but I'd say quite a few will qualify, and they're not going to know. The income guidelines. So for a single person, this year's guideline is about $29,000 a year. For a couple, it'd be about $39,000. So there's a lot of people that fall under that.
So if somebody thinking, hey, I may need something, how do they contact the Council on Aging and get that process started?
So they call either of our 4 senior centers, or they call our main number in Port Huron, which is 810-987-8811, and we'll refer them to their community liaison. I'll also just mention that as part of these new programs through the millage, VNA is also offering the personal emergency response systems, so like your life alert buttons. The millage is covering that, and if they're interested in that, they would contact Visiting Nurse Association.
Well, that's a new part of it as well.
That's new as well.
So, and especially if you got a senior who's subject to falling or some of those kind of things, or been alone for a long time, that's real important, isn't it?
Definitely. So I would just always encourage any senior with any issue that they're having to contact us, because there's a lot of programs that we have, or The nice thing about St. Clair County is we work together with the other agencies so well. We can refer you and make sure you're getting the services that are out there that you might not know about.
And you mentioned earlier too that Meals on Wheels, get those food drivers and making contact. That's really important, isn't it? I mean, it's more so than just the meals.
Right. I think a lot of times that's the bigger part of the program is there's a lot of seniors that are so very isolated, and that nutrition driver is the only person they see on a regular basis. And our nutrition driver will not leave a senior's home until they know they're okay.
So how can someone get involved with that program, A, as a volunteer, or B, as a senior receiving the meals?
Same thing. Contact any of our 4 senior centers. So we have senior centers in Capac, Yale, Marine City, and Port Huron. Or you call our main number at 810-987-8811.
Great. Well, Scott, thank you for the new information, for the hearing aids, for the vision, for the glasses, and for Meals on Wheels. So we appreciate everything you're doing for our seniors.
My pleasure. Thanks.
And we want to thank you for joining us on Spotlight.